Hey. Habari zenu. Wa Kenya Impio. It is great to be back in Kenya. Thank you so much for this extraordinary welcome. I know it took a few years, but as president, I try to keep my promises. And I said I was going to come, and I'm here. So, and everybody, go ahead and have a seat. I'm going to be talking for a while. Relax.
The former United States President Barack Obama has sent his heartfelt condolences to the family of Kenya's former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. In a statement released this morning, Obama described Raila as a true definition of democracy, a symbol of resilience, and a man who put his country first. Obama said, Raila Odinga was a child of independence who endured decades of struggle and sacrifice for the greater cause of freedom and self-governance in Kenya. Time and again, I saw him choose peace and national unity over personal ambition. Michelle and I send our deepest condolences to his family and to the people of Kenya. And with those words, the world stopped to listen. The passing of Raila Odinga, a man who shaped Kenya's politics for more than half a century, has filled the nation in deep mourning. From the streets of Kisumu to the hills of Nyeri, from Nairobi's estates to the diaspora abroad, Kenyans are grieving, remembering, and reflecting on a life that changed their nation forever.
Habari. Erokomano. It's good to be back. Thank you so much, all of you, for this extraordinary welcome. And I am grateful for your hospitality. I am grateful for your friendship. It is a joy to be back with so many people who are family to me, and so many people who claim to be family to me. Everybody's a cousin. You know,
this marks the return of the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, a final time to the place where he was born, and presumably the first one ferrying the top military officials.
The body of Kenya's veteran opposition leader Raila Odinga has arrived in Kisumu and is being laid in state today at Mamboleo Stadium for public viewing ahead of his burial tomorrow. This is part of the final journey of a man whose passing earlier this week in India has plunged the nation into mourning. His coffin, draped with the Kenyan flag, is the center of today's solemn ritual. The former US President Barack Obama issued a tribute calling Raila a true champion of democracy and sending condolences to his family and to the people of Kenya. Obama's message underscored the global resonance of Raila's political legacy. Now, as Raila's body rests in his home region, thousands have gathered to pay their last respects. The eyes of Kenya and beyond are on Kisumu. In the early morning hours, a military aircraft carrying Raila's coffin landed at Kisumu International Airport. The flight was designated Enigma 01 as a special honor. He received a symbolic water salute and a military guard of honor as mourners watched from a distance. From the tarmac, security teams transferred the coffin into a helicopter, which then airlifted it to the Jomo Kenyatta Stadium at Mamboleo grounds, the venue prepared for the public viewing. By the time the chopper touched down, the stadium was already packed with mourners, waving flags, holding portraits, lighting candles, and humming songs of farewell. Many had gathered overnight, enduring rain, hunger, and long queues to secure a place in line. Security was tight. The Kenya Defence Forces, National Police Service, and county enforcement units manned entry points, crowd control zones, and emergency services. A short interfaith prayer preceded the formal viewing, inviting mourners of all faiths to reflect and calm their hearts. Then the flag-draped coffin was positioned on the dais under heavy guard for people to file past and pay their respects. Mourners wept, some collapsed from emotional overload of fatigue. Medical teams from Kenya Red Cross and local hospitals attended to them. Leaders called on attendees to maintain decorum. The master of ceremony repeatedly appealed to politicians and party officials to step back and allow room around the main tent for viewing to continue smoothly. Past public viewings in Nairobi had been tragic incidents, crowds rushing barriers, security responding with tear gas and live bullets resulting in casualties. Because of that, authorities emphasized the importance of calm and restraint in Kisumu. Though Raila's body rests in his home region today, the words of Barack Obama still echo in the public grief. Obama described him as someone who put the interests of this country ahead of personal ambition and affirmed that Raila's example reached across Africa and the world. For many in Kisumu, today's viewing is not just local. It is a moment where the man whom Obama praised is being honored by those whose lives he touched directly. The global tribute intersects with local sorrows, creating a layered farewell. Given the tragic incidents earlier, including deaths, crowds in Nairobi, security is extra vigilant today. Multiple checkpoints are in place. Aerial surveillance monitors stadium perimeters. Emergency medical teams are standby. Authorities are insisting on order. Mourners are being urged to queue patiently, not to rush, enclosures, and heed instructions from marshals. Local officials have appealed for calm. Kisumu's governor reminded residents that we love peace. Let us honor Baba's legacy by mourning peacefully. Raila's brother Oburu Odinga has urged restraint, reminding mourners that Raila had faced tear gas in life and should not be tear gassed in death. As evening approaches, the viewing will conclude. The coffin will remain secured overnight under guard at the stadium. Tomorrow, Sunday, Raila's body will be transported from Kisumu to his rural home in Bondo, Siaya County for final burial service. The state burial is expected to draw national and international dignitaries. Mourners preparing for the journey are being asked to travel in groups, follow designated corridors, and cooperate with officials. Local leaders have reiterated the call, leave the funeral in dignity and peace. As night falls on Mamboleo, hearts heavy with grief, the country readies itself for tomorrow's final farewell. The challenge now is to let his last chapter close in calm, respect, and unity, befitting the man who, many say, aimed always to unify. Rest in peace, Baba.